I do not care for ranked mode.
What?
Alright, what is up, ghouls, gamers, and goblins? Potato Bagel here. In this video, I'm going to break down everything we know about ranked matches in TCG Pocket, as well as share my thoughts about how this will affect the future of the game. So let's get into it. Now, we have very little in terms of details about ranked matches, aside from their arrival at the end of this month. However, the image they use to denote ranked matches is clearly some sort of Master Ball emblem. And what this indicates to me is the system of rankings. This isn't some weekly arena and those silly gacha games that you might have. It's a legitimate, esports style of ranks. Pokemon has had their system for a while, whether it be like the in-game ladder from the mainline games and Pokemon Unite or whatever else. You'll have to play a bunch of matches to work your way through normal, great, ultra master, whatever, denotations they use, obviously. I mean, let's be real here, a barnyard animal could have told you this. But the bigger question is, how much will ranked matches actually affect the game? And the answer simply is it won't. I'm being serious. The game as a whole does not directly benefit from the introduction of ranked matches. It is simply for the players. All the battle information the developers could extract, they already have. I mean, these people are self-aware of Darkrai Magnezone. They made a post about it. Of course they're paying attention to what we're using. So the only impact that ranked matches will have on the game is just simply increasing its playtime, because more people will inevitably spend more time battling. Personally, I don't care for ranked mode. I don't think the game has a high enough skill ceiling for ranked mode to be a testament of one's potential. It's honestly just a grind, and the battles don't feel fun enough for me to tough it out. It's not for me, but obviously I see no reason for ranked matches not to exist. This isn't a mode for everybody, which is fine, but in the grand scheme of things, it feels just like a nothing burger. Overall, I just feel unenthused to actually battle in this game. A lot of cards just aren't good because they're being pace checked by the meta, and it's just not fun. There are over 500 playable cards in this game, most of which are Pokemon, yet the number of positive win rate decks in tournaments is barely 20. And of those 20, there's 3 or 4 that use the same Pokemon. Now, I don't know what kind of copium some of you, know yourself, but the math ain't math in here. I mean, come on. Really? This game is balanced? It's healthy? I don't know about that. So obviously, to address that level of balance, I think a lot of people jump to the idea, oh, well, these cards are going to be rotated out. Well, let's talk about that too, shall we? For those that don't know, card rotation is when after a certain point, certain packs will be discontinued. In the case of Pocket, Genetic Apex, the first pack at some point will not be available. At least I think. I thought they said the packs will still be available, but I don't know if that was a short-term thing for the new releases, or if that was actually a legitimate long-term practice that they're going to do. Not the point. Anyways, rotation in some capacity is inevitable. It's just a matter of when and how. Luckily, the game provides us with government ID numbers for all the packs. The likely scenario is that when they want to rotate out certain cards, they'll release set B1. Who at least I'd like to think, for all we know, we could go all the way to A20. Either way, what I'd like to believe is that we will have, set designations for each series, which means that incompatibility will have to be forced. At a certain point, Series A will, be its own independent thing that will stop updating, and DNA will move on to Series B, C, whatever. When that happens, I think there should be a direct balance update to some of the cards, for Series A. That way, they can release, rule sets, so to speak, for each series. The likely ones being Series A Standard, which is what we've been doing this whole time, as well as, an official Series A no EX rule set. But that's just my line of thinking. I don't know what you guys think about these kinds of rule sets, but I do firmly believe that a direct balance update, towards the end of Series A, directly changing some cards should happen. Because as things are now, some of these, direct counters type of things are just are getting power crept, and I don't think that's right. No, obviously, this is just my opinion, both on ranked mode as well as the future of the battles in general. And I know a lot of you play other TCGs like Hearthstone, Magic, and Yu Gi Oh! I'm just a Pokemon guy, but my brain sees the game dev aspect of this. So I think Pocket can set itself up nicely for years to come, if they address this kind of stuff early, because after the first year or two, like whatever cycle they set for themselves, that's set in stone. And that's why I want to like have these conversations. Same with like the last video. I want to have these conversations earlier. Ooh. I want to have these conversations earlier, before the game just kind of screws itself by establishing a pattern. And I want to talk about mostly like the rule sets for battling, because we're getting ranked mode, and I feel like it's more of a direct change to battling, and it just feels relevant, I suppose. And obviously, there's a lot of time to relay community feedback before this game commits itself to what might eventually be a bad idea. But at the end of the day, we'll never know until it's too late. So, anyways, this is a relatively short video, I just realized. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, your opinions on ranked matches, rule sets for battling, whatever. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay frothy.